Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're jumping right into one of the Bible's most mysterious and, frankly, most debated chapters, Revelation 13. We're going to be breaking down a sermon that interprets this ancient text as a prophecy of a kind of unholy trinity that's set to take over the world. So here's our game plan. We're going to meet the main players in this prophecy: the dragon, the beast from the sea, and the beast from the land. Then we'll dig into their ultimate goal, which involves the infamous mark of the beast, and wrap up with the final prophetic warning this is all meant to convey. All right, so according to the source material, you can think of Revelation 13 as a kind of prophetic countdown. It zeroes in on the final 3.5 years of a really chaotic period known as the tribulation, where three incredibly powerful figures are going to rise up to deceive and totally dominate the world. Yeah, the source material pretty much frames this group as a dark mirror of the Holy Trinity. It's presented as an unholy trinity, with each member working in perfect and, well, destructive harmony. Okay, so every operation needs a leader, right? Let's start with the mastermind, the ultimate source of power who's pulling all the strings from behind the scenes. Now, in this interpretation, the dragon isn't some literal fire-breathing monster. It's a symbol for Satan. And here's the key. Since he's a spiritual entity, he needs physical proxies on Earth, boots on the ground to actually execute his plans. So you can basically think of the dragon as the CEO of this whole operation. He loses this cosmic war, gets thrown down to Earth, and then empowers his two key subordinates to carry out his vision for total global domination. All right, let's meet the first of the dragon's earthly agents. This is a political powerhouse that is said to literally rise up from the chaos of the world, the sea of humanity. And this figure is identified as the Antichrist. He's the political face of the operation. He shows up looking like a global savior, a real charismatic leader. But, plot twist, he quickly turns into an absolute dictator, ruling for a prophesied period of exactly 42 months. And this really gets to the heart of the strategy, doesn't it? Deception. The very person who appears to be the solution to all the world's problems is, in this interpretation, the direct agent of a hidden malevolent power. So you've got the CEO and the political leader, but, every movement needs a publicist. And that brings us to the third member of the trio, the one who handles the marketing and PR and uses supernatural power to do it. Exactly. So while the first beast is locking down power with politics and military might, this second one, the false prophet, is out there winning hearts and minds. He does it through religious deception and absolutely spectacular miracles. And you can see how perfectly their roles are designed to work together. It's like one is the iron fist of political authority, while the other is the velvet glove of religious persuasion, making it all go down smoothly. And this whole deceptive appearance thing, it's absolutely crucial. The false prophet looks like a lamb, a symbol of peace, of religion, but he speaks with the voice of a dragon, which reveals where his true allegiance and his power really comes from. So what's the endgame for this trio? What's the point of all this? Well, according to this teaching, their entire elaborate plan culminates in getting the entire world to accept a single, powerful symbol of allegiance. So the false prophet has this clear, step-by-step playbook. He uses these incredible supernatural displays, we're talking jaw-dropping stuff, to engineer a global movement that convinces humanity that the Antichrist is actually divine. And the source really hammers this home. We are not talking about simple magic tricks here. Imagine an idol that suddenly starts moving and speaking. The next day, the entire world would be turned upside down. The idea is that it would be a completely irresistible deception. And all of this, it leads to one of the most famous and maybe infamous numbers in all of history. But in this interpretation, 666 isn't just some random, spooky number. It's a code. Okay, so to crack this code, we first got to understand what the number 6 means in this context. In this theological view, the number 7 represents divine perfection and completion. So 6 is the number of humanity, always falling just short of that divine standard. It's imperfection. So here's the theory from the source. 666 is a trinity of imperfection. Each digit represents one of the three figures and their fallen domain. You've got the first 6 for the spiritual world of the dragon, the second 6 for the political world of the beast from the sea, and the third 6 for the religious world of the beast from the land. It's a complete man-made system with absolutely no room for God. So taking this mark, in this view, is way more than just a way to buy and sell. It's the ultimate act of worship. It's the final step that locks individuals into this new global system, signifying their allegiance and ownership. Okay, so let's zoom out and bring this all together. This entire chapter is presented not just as some ancient, wild story, but as a direct prophetic warning. And the warning is specifically about the seductive nature of deception. So, the key takeaway from this sermon is this: the greatest danger in this prophesied time won't be brute force, but deception. A deception so powerful, so convincing that people won't be able to tell the difference between a true miracle and a masterful counterfeit. It's presented as a call to be spiritually aware. It's a really profound interpretation, and it leaves us with this big question. What is the role of such detailed prophetic warnings in our modern world? Whether you see them as a literal roadmap to the future or as a powerful metaphor, they continue to shape belief and challenge our perceptions of power. Thanks for joining this explanation.